our two wonderful, fantastic players who have made it to this stage of the round of 32, fighting for their tournament life and progression. It's gonna be the one representative, at least in this group, from Root, the Blue Terran MaSa.
And up here on the top left-hand corner of the map, we have a red Zerg player representing Team Acer and staying up ridiculously late. He says he's been up 24 hours right now. It is Bly.
Hot damn.
Hot damn indeed. That's my
Dude, if there's someone that plays a lot of StarCraft, it is this guy, Bly.
Yeah.
Hey now, I play a lot of StarCraft.
That's true.
Why aren't you better?
This is the one guy in the world, though, ever,
Yeah.
that plays a lot of StarCraft. Clearly, I didn't mean to say it like that.
Yeah, I am the only guy that plays a lot of StarCraft. So let's talk about what we saw on this. Remember, we've seen a ZVT on this map before.
Yes.
If we were talking about ZVP, I think we all have the exact same opinion of this map so far. And guys, like, just because a map has one weakness doesn't make it a bad map at all. You adjust that one simple weakness or that one simple, abusive strategy, and the map could suddenly become fantastic. So I don't want to make it sound like, the power of Blink on this map makes the map bad. Mm-hmm. We know that on PvT, Blink is super good on this map. Mm-hmm. But what did we observe about the TVZ on this map? Because we watched a good, maybe, 28-minute ZVT.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot to learn.
Yeah, the two things I picked up most from it were, one, that little spot behind the base, which we saw MaSa kind of abuse and maneuver around for really a couple of minutes, and that let him do a lot of damage. But the other thing that I kind of noticed on this is a Terran trying to push across the map into good creep spread has a hard time actually picking a direction and getting established where to go. The basis for the Zerg could be so spread out that you're kind of struggling against creep the entire way, and you're struggling to stay in a good position the entire way. And that could be hard if it gets to the later game.
No, I agree. We were seeing such patience out of MaSa in the last game.
Loses a Reaper. That's uncharacteristic of him, actually.
Tempo, you're the very sentence you just said, when we saw the last match out of Tempo or out of MaSa on this game or something of that nature, just alluding to the fact that MaSa has played a TVZ on this map.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Bly has probably not.
Yeah.
I'm going to set MaSa up for a nice advantage. And something I want to kind of toss out there is maybe my thought about the map, is I think that as a Zerg, you want to expand to this top right as your fourth, similar to Crossfire. Because although a Terran can push there because your force is so far away, they do leave themselves vulnerable to a surround. Yeah. Notice that the ramp to get up to that fourth is to the right, and so it leaves you even more vulnerable to a flank. I think that a committed push from MaSa to that fourth base really exposes his army, and so I think that might be the more viable fourth base as opposed to this awkward fourth that we saw previously from, was it Bly? Actually,
it was Silky that
it was Silky.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more on that. And not only is the ramp there's two ramps.
Yeah,
so you don't get in a situation where they have to come up one way. They can actually just auto flank you through both, and it makes it that much more difficult. And
imagine how easy cutting off reinforcements would be. Yeah. Look at all these alternate routes to take to attack reinforcements.
Yeah.
I think
I really think like
very safe.
It was such a close game that we saw last time, and a lot of the battle was just here on that fourth base. Imagine if that, but it wouldn't be like that, of course, if he had taken the top right base. And hopefully Bly, when he's looking to take his fourth, he'll kind of check the geography of the map and be like, all right, let's not get into that same situation. Who knows if maybe he was watching as well? I'm not sure. Although, seemingly, since he values his 5 minutes, I'm sure that he took a little nap in between it, in between series.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's point out right now.
Oh!
Bly, this is super important for anybody who doesn't play Zerg. Bly right now is on 2 base And he just saturated this main mineral line. It had 8 workers before, now it has 18. Bly is going for a super fast 2-base Mutalisk pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And
these are like the fastest mutas.
MaSa's scan saw the Spire. So, he knows this is coming. He has plenty of time to prepare. He's not going to be caught super off guard by this very awkward attack from Bly.
Yeah, this is interesting here. I mean, Bly has 0 units. He's not even using his other queens to help here. And I feel like he should. I mean, if he just used all those units to get dropped into the main, then, I mean, moving the queens to at least deal with it, do you think he's that afraid of them running up the ramp and just roasting his mineral line? I don't know. I was wondering if he actually should have, you know? He just bought time and waited for the mutas at the expense of 7 workers.
I think the biggest thing for Bly there was being cost efficient, knowing that the mutas are going to kill everything without losing anything, because it was strictly Marauder Hellbat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So by sending the queens to defend, it may work, but it will also cause the queens to have to expend transfuse energy, which, what I would like to see, because what you're saying is like completely valid, Tempo. Like,
yeah,
he could have pulled the queens to defend. So what he needs to do, because he didn't pull the queens, is use all that excess energy they have to spread creep.
Yeah, and he needs to do that up. I was just afraid maybe if those Hellions did come up, then he's probably thinking the same thing, because if he pulls the queens, and the Hellions at the bottom of the ramp just come on in, and it could have got really awkward really quickly. But he held pretty nicely.
A cute snipe on a Widowmine there from Bly, though. Picking off the Widowmines is really important because Bly is super, like, his economy is really tight right now because he's been running off 2 bases. Right now he's playing literally a game of, like normally you see, like, Marines stim without much of a care because they have so many medevacs. Right now, what is that, 9?
Oh,
no. There's 13 Marines, but nice picks here. And
he's 2 Widowmines.
Marines. And 2 Widowmines, and these are so important because these Mutalisks are so powerful. When you have almost as many mutas as you do queens, or Marines, the Mutalisks are actually really, really effective.
Oof, gotta be careful with them.
But he's picking off Marines one at a time, and that Marine count is dwindling every second. He's down to just 11 Marines right now against 9 Mutalisks.
Yeah, I mean, and his third is under fire.
Yeah.
The Vikings are really putting in a lot of work helping out. One of them does have 3 kills on the Mutalisk, but the way that they can zone it out a little, but that won't be as much of an issue with this much larger flock.
I wonder where are the 6 mutas that Bly needed or the 6 lings that Bly needed for that engagement.
Yeah.
If he had just a couple of Zerglings to distract the Marines, he would have been able to take that fight with just the Mutalisk he had on the field, but instead he sacked his 3rd. Now he's definitely behind.
Yeah, I feel like the open... Oh, whoa, big Widowmine hit. Gonna take out quite a few here. I think just the 2-base muta is great, you know, especially against like a meching player if they were to open that way. And maybe a player that went really quick 3 command center and only worked on their upgrades without getting that turrets up at a time that 2-base muta would hit. But then a combination of getting scanned and then that weird drop, Hellion Marauder before mutas are out, setting a Bly back was actually pretty big in this game. And it's going to allow MaSa to just kind of have control for the rest of the game because mutas aren't good at straight up engagements. Oh, man. It's third again.
This is the attack.
Just can't catch a break.
About like coming up the right-hand side of the ramp.
Yeah.
That this would work out really well for Zerg. But like you said, he opened with all these mutas, and he didn't do the damage he needed to. In fact, he took some damage. Bly is in a really bad spot right now, but a lot of it is due to his opening, and it got scouted. So I wouldn't, speculate too hard as to the effect that this will have or the indication that this should point towards for us in game number 2. But as for game number 1, man, Bly is in a 12-foot hole with dirt piled on top of him in a coffin with 17 nails and a GSL logo stamped onto it. I don't know that he can bail himself out of this one just on his own 2 feet.
I don't know how he's going to be able to. It's never a good thing when your Terran opponent is grabbing their 3rd that's already in orbital before you can even establish yours. And
he tried to get the armory there to slow down Thors or something from coming out, but it's...
the army supply! Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, army supplies currently doubled for MaSa. He's working on those drilling claws again for the much quicker widow mines. 2-2 is about 3/4 of the way done for him. Upgrades are good for Zerg as well, but I feel they can scale a lot better, obviously, for the Marines.
Yeah. Well, this is just getting this is incredible. Like the macro of MaSa he's not missing a beat here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, you can feel a lot like you're ahead, and you say, okay, great, I had a great opener to counter what my opponent was doing. But he's not skipping a beat. He's on some innovation level here as far as just constantly making these units and keeping on top of his upgrades as well. Like, this is scary. Wow, almost maxed out already here by the 16-minute mark, 16:30 rather.
Oh, he's got this Thor now too to just rain down damage on these mutas, and the mutas have been the only offensive force in this game.
Yeah. How does Bly battle it back in this situation? He's still on 2 bases.
And I mean, he's lava starved. He has the money, can't get a third up. Like, this is just the worst type of situation you can possibly be in. This is hard to deal with as a 3-base Zerg. Imagine being only on 2 base. And yeah, it's just I don't see Bly being able to ever do anything in this game.
There's way too much here.
You mentioned this is the worst place that a Zerg could be in. I think if you're talking in terms of survival, I agree. If you're talking in terms of like the scared unsurety, I think that Bly not only is dead, Bly knows he's dead, and he's going to try to hold on because that's the right thing to do. But I don't think there's much of a concern from him. I think he smells it, he knows it, and he's just going to try to just so haphazardly fight it.
Yep. And slow death animation coming here, the last hurrah. And he might get a good hit, but still not going to go ahead and get it. GG will be called. MaSa takes game number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is potentially the last night of here on the first ever in the history of mankind ASL Season 2 Prime League here in 2014. I'm Kibbles, with me is Tempo and Endersword. We've been having a blast tonight. Hopefully you guys have as well. And we're here, and as what I said, could be the last game of the night. Tell us about it, gentlemen.
Well, spawning in the top right, fighting for his tournament life. This one game could dictate his future in the ASL Prime. He is down 1 game, but he is not out. It is Team Acers Bly.
Woo! Yay, Bly!
Fighting!
And down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have in the blue trunks from Team Root, a very unorthodox Terran player that can also macro his ass off. Currently wearing braces, it is MaSa.
Fighting!
MaSa!
Fighting! That is the most annoying. I say that and I think of work because I spam that song at work.
Oh my god.
It's great. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, well, let me tell you what you can Google real quick. You can just Google
Catalina?
Does it work though? Yes, it does.
I don't know.
Catalina, Catalena, Catalina.
Catalina. I always thought of it like that, man.
Right? I'm from SoCal now, man. That's how I say it too. And you will watch firsthand the most beautiful music video you have ever laid your eyes upon. Shut up, Tempo.
Yes, it's beautiful.
All right, guys. Well, tell me about this game because we got interesting openings already.
Yeah, we do. We got MaSa building just a bunch of little guys with guns.
Just as true.
I like our
what kind of guns, though?
There.
I had
Gauss rifle,
carbine. I think they're like, Gauss rifles. Yeah.
No, I shot a Gauss
C14.
rifle when I was in high school. It wasn't that big.
No.
But it wasn't a C14 Gauss rifle.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That was the C6 Gauss rifle.
Yeah, that's the difference because C14, obviously, an isotope of carbon. So these guns both fire more rapidly
God.
and can be easily dated.
I like that you just
micro.
referenced the hardcore You're gonna compliment
was-
the micro, but I'm gonna compliment the chemistry.
That was a sick, chemistry. Yeah. You know what else is good chemistry? This cast. Oh, oh.
Oh!
And Tempo's gonna show us what humor is. Hey guys, I want to point out something interesting real quick. Is that these sixlings are super cool because they're meant to deny initial potential scouting Marines. They're not gonna do shit against Reapers. Bly specifically guessed that his opponent might go Marines. Open with a build that counters those Marines, and guess what? These 6 roaches walking across the map right now have 0 chance of being scouted because Bly was correct, and his opponent opened with Marines, not Reapers. GG! MaSa has no idea these are coming right now.
And he's gonna be going for Banshees. No
He's
bunker
like-
here.
Man, that's a long build time. He's gonna take a bunch of damage.
Yeah, but keep in mind, of course, that this is coming at the expense of his economy as well. So he does need to get in there, and that Banshee has a lot of work cut out for it.
But the Hellions didn't scout it.
Oh, they didn't see?
He sees it now,
Now he
but
does.
it's a bit later.
Hey there,
Yeah,
buddy.
but
Hit.
We'll evacuate.
Too little, too late. And I would sing it right now if I remember the lyrics, but I forgot that song after my girlfriend cheated
Too
on.
late to apologize. It's too late. Is that a song?
That One Republic. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's pretty-
Reactor goes down. Therefore, ergo, the SUVs have nothing to repair. A bunch of economic damage is going to be dealt to MaSa, and I can already tell you these roaches, an expression I like to use when I'm talking about my investments, they're going to pay off.
Oh yes, they will.
Well,
And behind
indeed.
this, we're getting drones, of course, here from Bly. And not only does this do a lot of economic damage, but it just throws off MaSa so hard right now, as this is going to allow Bly to take the control of this game, gets a nice scout before this Banshee is even able to be in his main. So usually this Banshee will be doing economic damage to you, but oh my goodness, guys, look at how many drones. 17 workers have been killed. SCVs, rather. And it's not stopping yet, man. He's not done. He wants this.
Yep.
Said, give me a little SCV. The boogeyman.
Workers killed is 17. I can't
Greatest
count that
SUV.
high, so I'm not going to
Oh, he
analyze
gets
that one.
sniped.
And yeah, that's a
Gets
lot of
sniped.
workers killed, man.
Ooh, the Overlord. It's over a Widow Mine.
Oh,
I'm really
It
scared.
is. That has gone off, though. He already took the shot, yeah. Okay, but that Marine. Oh, boy.
Oh man, that Marine is
Yeah.
teaching that Overlord the meaning of
Exactly.
pound wrecked.
Yeah. C14 all up in the ass.
sounds like something like 50 Cent would rap about.
I've been shot 9 times by a Gauss rifle.
Gosh, right.
But I ain't never gonna be pound wrecked. What? And then no.
Word.
No, the Sport Crawler is not alive, but the Banshees don't care. They're going to target the Queen instead. Sport Crawler in the mineral line completes. Second Queen spawns. Bly, there's an I word here that I actually do remember, but for some reason I feel inclined to pretend I don't. It's immaculate.
Ah.
Defense from Bly. I think he's going to pull it off. We'll see, though. He could lose that extractor. That
Yeah.
would be less than immaculate.
I mean, I think it would be, like, not the biggest deal to him. I think he could manage, you know. It'd be a very hard comeback if he did lose that extractor, but I think Bly's, you know, that's the least of his worries right now, as he's loving that. This is his favorite building, I think, in all of StarCraft here, the S Pyre. And a good Zerg player is something that I do aspire to be as well, but Bly
Ooh.
is soup to whooping.
The
Hot damn.
workmanship. Just astounding.
Like this player. But he has 3 queens here against 3 banshees, and there goes the extractor. Obviously, it sucks though because he would love to get as much gas as he could for this meter transition.
Yeah, he's SCV's up for the little bit of repair here. He kind of wants to get a situation to dive on these queens. There's a couple of them so damaged, and it would help so much if he could kill 1 or 2. There's the transfuse though.
Whew. Well, MaSa showing that he's just he's not a fan of extractors.
As
Oh,
Uther
all.
would say, well played.
Well played.
Ooh, nice
Roach is
fire.
literally just walking in the open door right now.
He's playing quite a bit of Hearthstone this weekend.
Girl,
We'll
Yeah.
get cleaned
That's
up.
right now.
Oh well.
I don't get the joke either.
No, wait. It went as you were saying it, so I didn't actually hear you.
Anyhow,
seats
drone
to-
tries to take a third and it fails, Tempo. So,
Oh no.
what do you think of that? Please break that fact down.
Yeah, I mean it's a shame, you know. As a Zerg or as a drone, you just want to be something in life, and now here come the Mutalisks, and Banshees cannot shoot up.
Nope.
The SCVs.
Did you see them? They like did a last like hug before they died. They
What?
tried to
The
repair each
SCVs.
other. Yeah.
Hold me.
Hold me.
It reminds me of that movie Up the Creek Without a Paddle, which I've never actually seen, but I've seen
Oh,
it
yeah.
before many times.
Yeah.
And they say something about when it's cold, you got to get together for
Yep,
warmth.
yep.
That's
I
all
have seen
about that movie.
I haven't seen the movie, but I have seen that trailer.
Yeah, I don't think anyone saw the movie.
But I don't know. It looked like it was gonna be a good movie, didn't it?
I guess.
Yeah, I was too
They
busy.
have a lot of.
I think it was just that one scene,
Yeah.
and it's because of that that I
Oh!
oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice,
no,
nice
the
way to mark-
Overlord!
Oh, and the Overseer.
With all their eyeballs.
I know.
But
Didn't see that one coming though, because he got wrecked.
Pound wreck!
I'm wondering though. I mean, I would have thought that at least 2 of those Banshees would have gotten killed, but 3 Banshees still here.
Ow.
Yeah, he just kind of split them and outran the Overseer.
There's a word that I use like way too often, but in this circumstance, it feels applicable. Is noteworthy. Is that MaSa hasn't dropped a third right now,
Ah, true.
and Bly tried to go for a fast fourth.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
hear when you go extra greed against extra aggression,
Doesn't
die.
really work out that well.
I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm anxious to find out. Viking being targeted down right now by the Mutalisk, but they're going to fall back to the Spore Crawler. Third base is canceled, but that's super cute for Bly because he has another third that
It's like
Why?
a secret third.
doesn't know that it is a secret third.
Speed isn't even. Oh no!
Oh,
Speed
yeah,
is not
that's-
started.
He doesn't need speed. He has a secret third.
Well, he's in. Doesn't even have a Baneling nest here. These tanks are gonna get extra hits off before they're ever able to connect.
Look at
These
that Marine
mutas are
count.
Bly's lifeline, man.
Look at that Marine count. Do you see any reinforcements on the minimap? No, you
No.
don't. What do you see? 28 Zerglings and 3 Mutalisks on the production tab. How many Marines do you see? Let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 Marines. AKA, these Marines, when they die, all of this is going to be killed up for free by these Mutalisks.
There
And
are
he's gonna need
17
to-
more on the way though.
Oh, but they're all
But they are far away.
The
They are
clock is
far away.
ticking.
He needs to use his queens as well for this attack if he's
if
gonna.
speed was done, this would be.
Easy peasy.
Attack!
Just do it. It's now or never, Bly. It looks like it's gonna be now because here come the Zerglings. Never seen this engagement before. Slowlings versus
Seconds.
stimmed Marines.
But seconds mattered there. If
They
Bly
did.
didn't attack there, imagine how much worse that fight would have gone.
Yes, for sure. So he's gonna go ahead, finish his +1/+1. Speed will be finishing by the time if MaSa would have decided to attack. But guess what, Kibbles? That secret third might get exposed.
No,
And,
No.
It's good though. It's on
Always
creep.
sees it.
no
It's
more
on creep.
secrets.
Nope. Oh no! Watch out for those mutas.
I might be having lag issues, so if I have another spike, I'm gonna drop out. I'll let you
Okay.
guys take over. But a couple of Banes. Key is no Baneling speed. Just started up right now for Bly. That's super scary for me, but
Oh!
great connections.
Really, really nice move there from Bly,
Oh,
using
picks
the
up the
lanes to go
Thor and
behind.
using the very damaged medevac to do it. We'll have to land that.
Oh man, another pickup there. Hot pickup. Oh, it goes down
loses
though.
it.
Oh, and unlike those 3 Banshees, those 3 medevacs, they didn't really survive, man.
No,
They tried.
one Banshee was around for a long time. That one that just died had 16 kills on it.
Wow, yeah. So, third now, finally going to be taken by MaSa. He knows about the third. So him getting this third right now is not too bad, as there are no drones mining at the third of Bly. But
Yeah.
Bly looking like he doesn't want to drone. Okay, he does. I thought he was just going to go with this crazy attack right now.
Yeah, he kind of has to. He's needs some durability to this, and he is behind. Well, he was behind in the drone count just before that wave. There are 19 Banelings coming in though.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what is like so awesome to me is Bly has an upgrade advantage right now of 1-1 versus 0-1, and he has it for just the next 20 seconds. If he attacks in the next 20 seconds, it's going to be awesome.
Ooh.
But if he waits, then he's not. Here he goes with the upgrade advantage. Bly pushing into this army. He's going to deal a lot of damage with these Banelings. Nice splitting coming from MaSa, but overall, I think Bly got what he was asking for in that engagement. He's going to target down the Thor. A couple of Marines are on the way, but I
nice pick up with
the
that Thor.
Yeah, and the fact that they have such a long range, you can get some nice volleys on, but God, MaSa with these pickups on the Thor. Bly needs momentum though. He needs to be able to push into this third and not allow it to move, it to mine.
But guys, the Speedling reinforcement just starts for Bly. Look at the energy on these queens. He's been missing a lot of injects throughout the course of this game, and I think right now, if he had Zergling swarming into this natural expansion, he would be, or this third base, he would be ravaging MaSa's third, but it's just not happening because the Speedling reinforcements are too late, and that's going to allow a second wave of reinforcements to hit for MaSa, which I think will make the difference in him being able to hold off this follow-up attack from Bly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been able this whole game to get to like a 2-3 Thor count, and he's going to basically here, and that makes him a lot more durable. Tries for the run by there, but no doing. No Banelings
double
with
Thor.
this force this time.
Surprised, but there were no Banelings, even just one or two, as Baneling's speed, I believe, is done.
There was just no time for it. Like Kibble said, this wave didn't come, and he couldn't wait an additional amount of time for the Banelings. Now some will be brought in. But, I think that window may be closed. Kibble's also mentioned the upgrades earlier. Well, that's now completely flipped. It's now the +2 attack and +1 Mac attack in advantage for MaSa.
Nice Baneling flank here, though, from Bly. Is he going to be able to get the connections that he's gambling for? I'm not quite sure.
Getting nations on Thor.
Oh, I don't think it's enough, but Bly is getting some decent connections, but overall, the Mutalists get absolutely melted like butter on a hot sidewalk in New York, which I'm sure a couple of you guys know about in here. And that's going to leave Bly with 26 dead Mutalists and a single solo lone Muta to live on to tell the tale. I don't like his position right now, guys.
I am going to have to agree with you. There have been better positions that Zerg players I've been in than the one that Bly is in, and
pretty rough indeed. And MaSa's also adding on the Infernal Pre-Igniter.
And Hellbats.
Switch into the Hellbats and make them super strong. And really, without that, there's just nothing else there.
Yeah.
This little Baneling run by, or Baneling positioning, out in the fourth base of MaSa, or what could be the fourth base. He's going to try and get some kills here at the third, but I think it might just be too little too late at this point.
He needs those Banelings here in this
even
battle.
Notices it. Yeah.
There we go. Let's find it out. MaSa's not paying attention. Boom! Bly has killed so many workers this game. It is incredible.
Yeah, Bly has gotten some really cool counterattacks going on, but just the sheer number of mutas that he's lost in this game, I think is too much. Right, like, look at the big units from MaSa. 1 siege tank loss, 3 Thor, 3 Banshees. Right now, MaSa just obliterated everything Bly had, and it's because Bly has just lost too many valuable units in this game.
Indeed, and he's pulling the drones. The Banelings are going in on the Thors. MaSa! Good night! Oh, sleep tight, my sweet Prince Bly.
So be it, MaSa. So be it.
GG will be called.